Hey guys, welcome back. It's Miss Williams here. We're hitting lessons 2.2 and 2.3 today, which are talking about human migration and surviving climate change. Last lesson with Miss Branham, you hit different topics like how to look at historical sources, what exactly is a historical source, and how can I use this to help me build a better knowledge of history and other things around me, right? So think about those skills. You're really going to need to use those skills as we keep moving forward. We can start becoming broader thinkers and really overall become global students and learn a lot of good history that the world has to offer us, right? So let's go through a few reminders first. First off, you need to look and read through each slide, okay? We would not put information on here that you didn't need to know, okay? So make sure you realize every piece of information is important. Formatives and summatives will always be made up of this stuff, your Edmentum slides, and any other supplemental activities that you can possibly come up with. All right. Remember, what did I say the first time? You can go back and rewatch and relearn all of this stuff whenever you're ready. Okay. Make sure you're giving us all the attention that you possibly can. And as we keep moving forward, if you're like, hey, Miss Williams keeps making great points, just like last time, I'm going to go back and I'm going to keep watching this. Go back, see what I got to say again, reread the slides. Any help that you possibly need, reach out to your teachers. That's me, Miss Branham, or Miss Hughes. We will hook you up as best we can. All right, let's get started. What we're going to talk about human migration. So, migration is basically just the movement from one place to another, right? Early humans started out around East Africa due to the warmer climates. Once things started to shift, climate started to change, people started to migrate all over the world. We're hitting countries like North America, South America, hitting Europe and Asia, and eventually Australia. Okay, we are spreading out across the globe like we kind of are now. Okay, why do you think right now? Why do you think they decided to move? Do you have any ideas? Anything that can possibly come to your mind? Let's see if we can venture off on those ideas and see what we can come up with. Okay, so new places. Homo sapiens, which are humans, what we are now, began to move across the globe, leaving for those countries that we just talked about. Now, they were able to develop new cultures and new communities. You got to think, being civilized was a new idea for them. Okay, we were still looking for the things that are needed to make settlements. All right, Neanderthals, for example, were believed to live in community, which is one of the first things that we want to talk about. They didn't have it in the sense of everything was civilized and it was very well settled. And, there were still things missing that eventually later on became developed in other civilizations. But they lived in a sense of community because when someone passed away, they actually would hold burial ceremonies for these people. There would be decorations and everything, a whole ceremony when someone passed away, which showed the sense of community that they were mourning. They also were very, very used to listening to the older members of their society. Okay. They wanted to know the experiences. They wanted to know the wisdom that they could share and help them become better civilized as they kept moving forward. All right. Now, even though there are different cultures in the world, we still have things in common. Sometimes we get so divided on many issues, but we just got to take a step back and realize, hey, we're still people and we still have lots of ideas that are similar to everyone else that we have. Okay? Think about that. Maybe one day you're arguing with your friend. Take a step back. Realize that you all still have a lot in common and you can still be just as close and respect each other with different opinions. Right? Very, very key piece of information that you can take forward for this. Use it in everyday life. Now, climate change. Real fast. Think to yourself, what is climate change? What do you think it is? I've got a scary picture of a leaf looking fine, then a leaf burning off in the desert. Okay? Let's take a deeper look into what climate change actually is. All right? So, during this time, when the Homo sapiens, humans again, left Africa, they left during what was known as the Ice Age. I'm not talking the movie with Sid the squirrel and the mammoth, and they're trying to survive everything. I'm talking the real life Ice Age. Okay? Many parts of Earth were completely buried under ice. Now, How would your body adapt when you are so used to being warm and then eventually get stuck under ice? Okay, everything was freezing, everything became completely frozen over. All right, so this was hard to fight against, but the Homo sapiens were one of the only different cultures to survive due to our ability to adapt, our ability to find resources to become successful in different climates. Right? Well, you got to think they were used to warm, sunny weather. This was a completely different ballgame. How did we adapt? Okay, we were able to communicate first off. Communication is always key in everything that you do. Communication is important. Now, we were able to outlast the Ice Age because we were able to adapt. We had different animals we could hunt. We had different ways to supply our food. Okay? We were able to see our new surroundings and say, hey, this is how we can build a community here. This is how we can settle in this place. Even though it's freezing or it's colder than it was in Africa, we can still be developed here. Okay? Overhunting did happen, but for the most part, they were able to adapt very well. Look at the mastodon we have in the picture. Okay, looks like a giant mix of a mammoth and an elephant. The person standing there is 6 feet tall. All right, so picture yourself 6 foot tall. You're feeling good about yourself. You're standing big and tall. Mastodon comes up. That's measuring roughly 10 feet. Okay, how would you react to that? I would probably try to run as fast as I could because that thing looks terrifying. Eventually, they did become extinct. All right. During this time, we lost a lot of different types of animals. I believe on your Edmonton slide, you're going to see a picture of a giant sloth. Not as cute and cuddly as the little baby sloth that we all know and love now, but still very sloth like. Very long fingernails, very big nose. Very interesting. So wait till you get to that slide and see what that thing looks like. Now, today was a very short lesson. All right. Today we hit on a bunch of different key points, but really the next step for today is to go over your Edmentum slides because that's going to take you more in depth in everything that I just gave you. Okay? Now, next step for today. You just completed step 1. As always, congratulations. So proud of you. Next steps, complete the Edmentum work. You're looking at slides 19 through 38. I know that might seem like a lot, but I promise it's not. You got to get with me for that one. Okay? 19 through 38, you got different types of questions and different type of interactive things to do, so it's not just reading. Always remember that you do have the reader option available for you on Edmentum. So if you need someone to read to you, no worries. That happens at any point in time. Next thing, complete the Google form on Google Classroom. Now you have an exit slip over today's information, which will be on Google Classroom, as always, labeled under your list of assignments for today. Lastly, if you need to look back over the Google Slides, please do. I hope I did a wonderful job, and I hope this is one of your favorite Google Slides that you'll do the whole time. All right? Go back, see what I have to offer you again. Make sure you're looking over all of the information. Anything new, any question pops up, you know where to reach me, you know where to reach Miss Branham, you know where to reach Miss Hughes. All right? So don't worry about any of those things. We will help you as much as we possibly can. All right, guys, you did great today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. As always, you have the rest of this class period to do your work, do your exit slip, go over anything. Afternoon time, if you need help, please, please, please reach out to us. We will be in contact with you, making sure that you're getting everything done like we know you are. We're so proud of the work you're doing. You're going to do great at this virtual learning, and we can't wait to be here for your next lesson. Have a great day, guys.